all the information that I was given and go over all the emails and pick out all the discrepancies and inconsistencies and how everything has changed over time. But it's just actually not even worth it for me because I put it on the shelf with other information. It doesn't deserve any credit or any discussion because I struggle to believe in its accuracy. And if it was accurate and the RCMP took it as accurate, reliable witness testimony, there is no way in hell that they would want that out, published on YouTube through various creators to be picked apart on the stand. Any valid information that is significant to what could have happened to Jack and Lily really shouldn't be discussed on a social media platform, period. That could distract and jeopardizing the case. Why would you want to have that information out there so that the Crown could pick it apart before they were even on the stand? I'm just a mom who likes true crime, who has a tendency to hyperanalyze things, hyperfocus, and read a little too much into things. If I, little old me, low IQ, donkey, teabag, nay girl, can figure out that there's something not quite right, something tells me the Crown definitely know what's what. And something tells me the RCMP know a whole lot more than me. That's just my opinion and speculation only, of course. So I am not going to address it, and I'm not going to apologize for anything. So, well, that is the thing. One of the things, and I really try to be careful with this. I've had this discussion with some people. I do have different beliefs than other people. I'm not always a positive thinker. I tend to think worst case scenario. And I have thought worst case scenario with regards to Jack and Lily. And it's difficult, and it is part of a coping mechanism for myself. I always prepare for the worst, and if anything better comes out of it, then that's great. But I tend to expect the worst in situations. And I try not to project that on the family or anyone, really. So it's difficult for me to even have this discussion because I don't want Malaya to even hear it. But there's only one reason why people want to muddy the water and point the finger everywhere other than Occam's razor. And to me, that's because the only way that justice won't be served in court as a no-body trial is if there is a seed of doubt that the children are alive. So you ask yourself, who does it benefit to consistently apply that the children are alive when the RCMP have said there's a very slim chance? You know, multiple times they have said that. Slim doesn't mean none. Slim doesn't mean they're not. But I struggle knowing that there's been no fact-based sightings of the children and no evidence, no video footage, no camera footage released saying, we believe this is Jack and Lily in this particular area. Please be on the lookout. And nothing, just nothing. And I struggle to believe that the RCMP would have invested 13 months, millions of dollars, an unimaginable amount of resources and time and effort and emotional distress to their RCMP and to everyone else involved if they thought that the children were being looked after by First Nations people anywhere. And to try to turn it political as well is just another way of doing damage to the reputation of the RCMP as well as the First Nations people, in my opinion. What better way to distract from what really happened to two missing children than to create a race war? Or, I should say, exacerbate what's already there. What are your thoughts? Right, let me see what else I have in my bag of tricks.